Aaron, what's the emotions like in the locker room anytime you lose a losing streak like this, and then it's piled on top of the fact that now you got to, hope for St. Joe's to beat Villanova next week to claim an outright, stake in the Big Five?
Well, that's great to have, and I so desperately wanted to outright win it because it makes a statement, but it didn't happen. But my biggest concern is how we played. Nothing worked. I get in front of you guys and I talk about the defense and how I want to improve and get better. Didn't happen today. Talk about playing unselfish as an offensive unit. Didn't happen. So as a result, we lose the game.
Can you talk about that sequence when Khalif gets the end one, Dingle comes back the other way, gets an end one right back, and that kind of changed the rest of the game, honestly, from that point. Can you just talk about how them bouncing back after that energy boost that you guys got to them taking over the rest of the game?
Yeah, you can point to a number of different plays that maybe shifted the game. We went over at great length how these guys play offensively and what they're going to do. Constant movement on the weak side, strong side, cutting, flares, all of those different things. They want to shoot threes, they want to get to the basket, and we stopped none of it to open the game up. They came down and walked into a few three-point shots. We clearly went over. That's not what we want those guys to do. So, that play happened. I thought it was, Caleb got the air one and they came back down and got one. But it was still a lot of game left to be played. So we just wasn't able to get out of our own way.
Khalif, Penn scored on first 10 possessions of the second half, right? What did you guys just not get done coming out of the locker room there?
I think you just said, we didn't get stops. And I just want to say this, I know y'all might point fingers at our coaching staff. It's not their fault. It's our fault. As players, we got to come out and be ready to play. They do a great job of preparing us, but it's on us. We didn't come out and seem like we didn't have enough fight, no chip to dog this win out. They came out, punched first, and we didn't punch back, so they won the game because of that.
Khalif, Coach talked about Penn's offense. Talk about what made it so difficult, or what were the struggles to stop those backdoor opportunities, that Penn had.
I don't think we talked enough as a unit. When times that got rough, we should have came together more. We didn't. So we're gonna watch from, learn from that, and we're gonna get out there and practice.
Khalif, did you feel good, right? It was a tie game. I think you actually had a 3-point shot to put you guys up the next possession. And the last several games have been like that. You guys took over last 8 or 9 minutes. Did you feel like, okay, this is where we are again and it's going to happen? And then,
yeah, I always feel good. I never think negatively, but sometimes shots don't fall. That's part of being a basketball player, but we got to get stops. They put up, I don't know how many points, but 77. They put up 77 points. So we got to get stops. There's no way that we should be letting teams put up 77 points. So even if we don't score, that's basketball's getting possession. We got to get stops. So we didn't do that. But we got to watch from them and learn from them.
Aaron, what's it like coaching a group of guys that hold themselves accountable, like KB just said?
That's saying that those guys want to grow from these situations. I would prefer not to be in these situations if I had it my way. But, all of this stuff is teachable moments. We still got a long way to go, long season ahead of us. But we can't dig holes for ourselves and, try to come up with creative ways to get out.
and what do you attribute the offensive boards, right? Effort,
Those guys?
positioning, yeah, they had a decent number. They got about half their misses.
Yeah, they 14. That's just attitude and effort. That's not even skill. You don't even have to teach that. That's just something that you say, I'm gonna will my way into going in there and try to get my hands on the ball and rebound the ball.
Coach, what made Jordan Dingle such a tough challenge, offensively to guard?
He's crafty. He can score it at the rim. He can play in the screen and roll. Create for others. He can shoot the three. So we knew coming into the game that we were going to face that. We was going to face that with him. He's a really good offensive player. He really thinks the game, and he plays at his own pace. You know, he change gears. He can slow to fast, fast to slow, and that's tough to guard a lot of times, especially when you got a guy that's going to get 20 shots a game. I think he was averaging 17 coming in, so to get 22 shots, and if those guys are making shots, and he made some tough shots. He got in there, he had a couple floaters, got in there, had a couple pull-ups. Just when we were trying to make a run, he made all the key shots for those guys.
And then, Coach, offensively, what things do you think held you back tonight as a unit?
We just didn't share enough. We didn't move the ball. We didn't move them side to side. I thought early on we had no real rhythm offensively because I thought we were just trying to beat those guys with one shot. And they're a solid defensive team. They're going to keep everything in front of you. They're going to seduce you to take a lot of threes, contest. And I thought this sort of game was going to be one in the paint with us attacking the rim, offensive rebound, and getting to the free throw line. And that just didn't happen for us.
Can you talk about the bench tonight? We've seen Jalil and Nick bring a lot of energy the last couple games, but didn't really take a lot of shots, and they're both, Jalil fouled out, Nick had 4 fouls, and you can get a lot of production off the bench. Is that something you want to change, or just want to see them bounce back next game?
No, just, I thought they had good energy. I thought it may be a little over-aggressive at times. It can happen in the course of the game. But I thought their energy and their effort was good. And sometimes it's just not going to be that sort of game where those guys are getting a lot of shots.
Khalif, what was it like playing in an environment like that where you're on the road, but both fan bases were wild for at least the first 32 minutes?
It's something you dream about as a kid, but honestly, I don't feel too good about it because we didn't come home with a win. So I feel like we let our fans down, and it's important for them to come out, and we needed the support to get wins. So it was a bad showing for them today, and like I said, that's on us as a players. We got to do better. So that's how I feel about that.
Aaron, I know the Big Five still means a lot to you. What do you see as its future? I guess talk about the tournament. You guys had a doubleheader this year. I mean, what do you think of the format, and how do you keep the interest?
I don't know. You hear a lot. I just think it's pretty cool. I think it's unique. We have something that a lot of other cities or states don't really have. That's how we're situated with the Division I schools. That's in the 10-mile radius. So, you got to put the powers to be together and continue to try to figure it out. But I think it's pretty cool what we have here in the city.
Aaron, how do you prep your team? You got a 7-day layoff between games. How do you keep the guys locked in and prepping for next week at Ole Miss?
Just reset, and we got to get back after it, and we got to continue to build, strong winning habits. That's so important. Doesn't matter who you're playing. You got to continue to build strong winning habits, and we're a work in progress when it comes to that.